Man, what is going on? This is Larry. Listen, I wanted to take a trip down memory lane and just show y'all the process of us getting my grandparents' home put on our place. This is what it looked like before we got anything. I mean, it was a couple of trees and, that was it. We had to get a ton of dirt, a bunch of dirt brought out here. I'm not going to say a ton because we had to get a bunch of dirt. I think we ended up getting maybe 30 loads of dirt just to build up the area over there. I mean, it was a lot of money went into just building the area up. So this is it before we started cutting down the trees, taking down the trees. Yeah. Now we finally got the trees down, dug the hole for the septic tank. We ended up doing it ourselves. Bought the septic tank direct from a company. The company brought it out there. All we had to do was get the hole dug and level. They even helped us with that. If I had to do it all over again, we would have went deeper. We just didn't have we didn't have a big enough excavator to get deep down into the ground like we should have. We were using like a backhoe or a backhoe, and we just couldn't get that deep. So if I had to do it over again, we would have definitely rented a big enough machine to get deep. When I say this was one of the hardest things I've done, guys, and I mean for real, at the drop of a dime, had to stop what I was doing to get my grandmama and them situated. So this it, man. We almost there. Ground cleared. Everything smooth, leveled. We had to get all our permits, septic permit, all that stuff like that. Inspections, building occupancy, etc. But we're there, man. These are the last loads of dirt. We're just going to spread them out. Now, while we were doing this, mindful now, we were also building my office as well. Like I said, this is one of the hardest things I've done financially. Just having to stretch myself with money. But I'm glad I did it because if I have to do it again, I would definitely know what to do. This is what I mean by if I would have went deeper with the septic tank, it would have been below ground, not above. But you live and you learn. We got them in here. It was a rush. Like I said, we really had right at maybe 6 months to get it all done. I don't even think it was 6 months. They came on November. They moved March. Here go the house. Here go the house, guys. We getting the house pulled up, man. That was amazing to see. They brought it in sections. The ground was super muddy. It had been raining. I didn't think they were going to be able to do it, but they did. They brought it in halves. The guys got it in. The truck actually was getting stuck, but these are some professionals. They brought a truck just to get the big truck unstuck. So we had to decide on where to put the halves at, how we wanted the view. So the guy was such a professional. He said, we're going to drop this half down. And they left to go get the other half. And he said, while y'all gone, you guys will figure out where to put it at. So my wife and I had to call her out there to help me right where she thought the house should be. And that was the big thing. But this was an amazing process to see. This them bringing the final half. And how it works is they bring two halves and then they put it together. They sit it right where you wanted it. They put it on the blocks. They tie into. No, this crew don't tie in. This crew right here. No, I'm sorry. Yes, this crew ties into not the electric, but the septic. They get the septic in. And then the next crew come in. It's like over the next week. They have like 2 or 3 crews come in. We got the electrical. We have the HVAC. We have the guy who's just going to finish the house off, man. Put the whole 2 pieces together. That was actually just two dudes. It was 2 guys that did that. But it was an amazing experience. It was stressful. I'm not going to lie, man. It was stressful. But it's one of them things that I'm glad having done it and it being in the past that I have the experience of doing. Right now, I'm giving them a virtual tour of their place after the place has came and been set up. I wanted to show them what it looks like. Send them a video. I was excited, man. I was excited for them because they were getting a chance to move out of the city. But I'm just showing them their view and where their house is set up and the inside of their house and everything. And man, it was a great time, man. Like I said, it was stressful, very stressful. I was stretching myself thin financially, guys. I'm talking about spreading myself thin. And of course, yeah, they definitely assisted, but it was just so many different little things that had to be done financially that we didn't account for all that in the beginning. You know, we just had a desire to move them down. But yeah, they got a chance to move out of their place and move down here to the country with us, man. And my grandfather, he's since passed on, but he told me right before he passed, he said it was one of the best things I ever done. He looked me in my eyes, man, and told me, thank you. He said, thank you, man. He said, you done did more for me than anybody have done for me. And it's not a brag thing, but it was good to hear from him, like the acknowledgement. But this is their place. This is the guy. This is right after the guy's still putting it together. He's just now finishing it. You know, they got all the little trim pieces and everything laying around. But I wanted to come over here and show them and give them a virtual tour. We on the phone, and I got a video call going on and just showing them, and they're so excited at this point, like both of them, because initially my granddaddy didn't want to leave. My grandmother was ready, but my granddaddy didn't want to leave. So, and finally he just got over that hurdle in his mind, because he was concerned about his physicians and his doctors and everything. But here's the day they moved in, guys. We drove from the city. We went up there to Atlanta, and I had the box truck then, and we drove up there, and my granddaddy and grandmama had somebody, they paid somebody to load the truck, and they loaded the truck professionally. I mean, at this point, man, I know a lot of people saw this video and was like, Larry being me. No, man, I'm in the middle of it. We talking about, we getting ready to have to unload this truck. We just drove 3 hours and some change, been up in Atlanta all day while they packed the truck. We had to deal with the rent office at their place. The rent office was saying, no, we didn't agree to let them out the lease. Man, it was a mess. It really was. But they're home. So this granddaddy getting a chance to see his house for the first time, and he's doing his inspection, and yeah, he liked it, man. And we got everything in that night. My wife and I unloaded that truck, man, for real. But thank y'all for watching, man. It's Larry.